Hello and welcome to this pit stop for IUNU, a game designed by Todd Sanders and published by Ludicreations for 1 to 4 players, taking around 40 minutes to play and themed around Egypt. In IUNU, at the beginning of each round, each player is going to have 4 cards in their hand and we're going to roll these 3d4. On a player's turn, they're going to choose one of 9 types of citizens in their hand and they're going to play a card down into their own private tableau, attempting to get majorities. If they have a card of the same type, they may pay 1 money to add that along there. No matter how many cards they've played in their turn, they must offer 2 up to the forum and then take 3 from the forum to form their hand for their next turn. Then the cards they've offered will come down and they'll be available to be drafted by the next player along. If a player has not yet got 4 cards in their hand at this stage, they're going to draw another one and play will move on. Now, there's information on these cards. For starters, at the top there, that's how many points each card is worth. However, at the bottom left, it tells you, firstly, how many of that card is in the deck. So there are more merchants than artisans around, but also how many bonus points you're going to score for having a majority of that type of citizen at the end of the game. The most number will be 9 farmers, but they're only worth 1 point each. At the opposite end of the scale, there is and can only be 1 pharaoh, but you only get 1 bonus point for having the pharaoh, but you definitely can have the majority. As well as all that, each of the different cards has got a different type of power. For example, the pharaoh lets you re-roll one of these dice. Why would you want to do that? Because you use the dice to make money. The merchant's using only 1 of the dice and reducing its value by 1 and gaining extra money for every merchant that you have. The nobles, there's only 3 of them, but they'll tax the whole lot of these, take the value equal to all of those dice added together, and then reduce them all by 1. That money can be used by bakers in order to buy bread, because when you buy bread, you can put it on citizens, and that's how you're going to trigger this final number here. That's the bonus of having fed the citizen. You can buy a maximum of 3 a turn, and the price is set by the value of the highest value die. However, for each pair of farmers you have, that's going to reduce the cost of each piece of bread by 1, but soldiers can come along and bully farmers. When you play a soldier, another player that you target must pay you money or give you one of their farmers unless that farmer is fed or protected by a soldier. Each soldier protects 2 farmers. When you play an artisan, that gives you the power not to have to offer cards to the forum if you choose not to, but it's going to cost you money each time you don't wish to do that. For a scribe, when it's played, immediately you can put another card from your hand underneath, and that's not revealed until endgame scoring. And finally, there's the priest. Talking of endgame scoring, the priest lets you access this deck. You can only ever have 1 of these at a time, but more priests give you more choices later on. And these will score you some endgame points. For example, if you get a season, that's going to times 2 one of the bonuses you're going to get for having the most of a type of citizen. The birth of Mephis gets you 5 points if you've got the most fed citizens. You get 6 points for each pair of nobles and priests and scribes for the dynasty of Hatshepsut. At the end of the game, usually money is worth 1 point for every 3. With the judgment of Osiris, it's 1 point for every money you have. Or the glory of Khufu, which is going to give you 7 points if you have the most diversity in your tableau. You're going to end up your card of the dead points, your points for each card, your fed citizen cards, and your bonus for each set. And the most points is going to win IUNU. This has been a Game Pit Stop. For more videos like this, check out the Game Pit channel on YouTube. For more in-depth coverage of gaming, please find the Game Pit podcast. Thank you.